Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Sunday, and welcome to Catholic League Basketball on Bob Long Sports. It's the end of the penultimate weekend of the regular season, and we got a big one here today. Welcome you inside the broadcast booth, Bob Long and Danny Rovey alongside. It's Roman Catholic, who lost their first Catholic League game of the season on Friday on the road against Newman Goretti, came down to the final possession against LaSalle, a team that now is backs against the wall, need an upset here and need to pick up a couple wins next week on the road to put themselves in a position to get into the playoffs. It's been an incredibly jam-packed and incredibly competitive Philadelphia Catholic League season. But Danny, there's an individual accomplishment on the line here as well. Xavier Brown, the point guard for Roman Catholic, is 13 points away from reaching the 1,000-point mark in his career. Quite a milestone for a Roman Catholic player, particularly when you have so much talent around you for 4 years to fill it up like that. Also a big-time assist guy, and he's going to play his basketball at St. Joe's. But big day, could be a big day for him.
Yeah, of course. Really important for a player like Xavier Brown. I have some great notes about him. He's a floor general, Bob. He had 27 points against that tough loss to Newman Goretti. He has a beautiful scoring talent, and he's going to be a great A-10 threat for the St. Joseph's Hawks next year.
And not the only one as well. Anthony Finkley, who's going to play that 4 role, but he also can put the ball on the deck, shoots it at a very high clip from 3, Danny. Those two guys being on that St. Joe's University roster next year, that's a big advantage for Billy Lang and the rest of that staff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And of course, Bob, this Roman team is chock full of talent, but they really only saw 6 or 7 guys played against that Newman game. So, Coach Chris McNesby likes to keep his rotations tight, likes to keep these guys disciplined, and, this team has done an amazing job so far in the PCL.
Chris McNesby, you mentioned him. He's been with the program for the last 2 years, but his first stint ended back in 2016, and it was very successful. Won several PIAA state championships, multiple Philadelphia Catholic League titles, and now he's returned here with the departure of Matt Griffin to the college ranks. There were family things that he wanted to go coach his daughters and be involved there. Well, now he's at a position where he could come back to the program. Roman Catholic has not – they've picked up right where they left off. They haven't left anything on the drawing room and the cutting board floor. This is a program that is now in a position to host a Catholic League playoff game. They're going to do that almost certainly, and has an opportunity to make another deep run. We talked about prior to the game with some of the coaching staff from Roman Catholic. No one quite said it was a good thing that they lost to Newman Goretti, but it was, I don't even know if wake-up call is the right word either, but it's difficult to beat a team like Newman Goretti twice in a given year. And I mentioned to those guys, hey, listen, if things go well and Newman's the 1 seed and you're the 2 seed, all that Friday night win from Newman means is that if they are playing on the 27th at the Palestra, that they switch uniform colors. That's it. Everything else is still in front of Roman Catholic.
Of course, Bob. A lot of things are in front of this team. And, like you said, it's hard to go out and beat a team twice. So, of course, there's that. But, I would not take the Salle College High School team very lightly. Coming off only a 10-point loss to Archbishop Wood, they were in that game through 3.5 quarters at least, right? And, at least if you're Roman, this is a huge win to take on, from Thomas Jefferson. Obviously, the Explorers, we saw some great sophomore action. We saw a beautiful game from Horace Simmons as usual. So, they're going to be met with a lot of pressure, I think, on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Archbishop Wood, a team that, with that win, moves to 7-3, and they're going to play St. Joe's Prep on the road tomorrow. You see St. Joe's Prep at 8-2. Newman Goretti and Roman Catholic, 1-2. Newman Goretti's only loss this year was to that aforementioned Archbishop Wood team. And LaSalle down there ahead of just Conwell Egan and Lansdale Catholic. Bonner Prendergast at 2 wins. They have the head-to-head against LaSalle. So it is going to be a tough jaunt going forward here for LaSalle. Road games here against Roman Catholic, on the road against Archbishop Carroll, and on the road at Archbishop Ryan on the last day of the regular season. It's asking a lot, but the opportunity is there. They need to go and win these 3 games in order to get back to the playoffs.
Of course, yeah, these 3 games are ever so important for both teams, especially, of course, the Kaolites, Roman Catholic. And, right now in the season, Bob, it's really when things start to get really interesting. We've seen a lot of movement within the bracket, and, things are just, on the horizon here for some PCL playoff play.
So we got a personal milestone on the line tonight. That's Xavier Brown looking for 13 points to get to 1,000. We have seeding implications. Roman Catholic looking to keep pace with Newman Goretti, stay in that top 2 seed. And, of course, we have LaSalle playing for their playoff lives. A lot to get to. We'll be back in just a minute. Tip-off is next here at Jefferson University. Bob Long, Danny Rovey here for Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care.
Welcoming you back inside Jefferson University, the LaSalle Explorers being introduced here for a road tilt against Roman Catholic. Bob Long and Danny Rovey here, Brady Joyce on the camera. The starters for LaSalle: Tim Jennings and Horace Simmons Jr. in the front court. Hayes Altamare, Casey Fleming, and the senior James Barchak at the guard position. Danny, you made it a adroit point in the pregame about the sophomores stepping up against Archbishop Wood, a game that LaSalle was in the whole way. Archbishop Wood pulled away just in the final moments, but the sophomores were huge in that game.
Yeah, of course. You know, the two on the floor right now, Casey Fleming, Hayes Altamare, had great games, really efficient, you know, on the offensive and the defensive side of the ball. I love the way that they were able to facilitate a lot of points scored by Horace Simmons and Tim Jennings.
The starters for Roman Catholic: Xavier Brown, Jeremiah Stewart Herring, and Eric Oliver Bush. They're going to be in the front court, although Oliver Bush can play more of that wing type of role. Anthony Finkley, a senior at 6'6", and then the big man, the sophomore, 6'8", Sharif Jackson.
You know, Bob, I'm a huge fan of Jeremiah Stewart Herring. He had 20 points last go against Newman Goretti. I think he's one of the most underrated players, I think, in this entire conference. He doesn't have too many offers, but I've watched his highlight tape, and I'm a huge fan of the way he plays. LaSalle
dressed in that royal blue, or beg your pardon, the navy blue with the white outline and the yellow numerals. Roman Catholic in white, and you're absolutely right. Stewart Herring as well as Oliver Bush have been key additions to this varsity program this year for Roman Catholic. Sharif Jackson was a freshman last year who had quite the run through the state playoffs, now has developed and continues to develop into one of those stalwart big men that you think of when you think of Catholic League basketball. Underway here is Hayes Altamare, is the recipient of that tip. Roman Catholic, they're going to pick up man-to-man to start. Finkley is the one to guard Hayes Altamare and Casey Fleming. Fleming did an amazing job against Archbishop Wood amidst a ton of pressure. They'll pressure you in the backcourt, and from end to end, Fleming, he ran the offense like a pro, and he gets LaSalle started with two there.
Yeah, Fleming right there. All it takes is 2 steps off the bounce. Just enough space there to fire one off. Great look.
Allows LaSalle to go into that 3-2 zone. A lot of times you will get open looks in the corner. You're asking a lot of those 2 prongs along the baseline. If you commit 3 up top, Horace Simmons Jr. protects the rim.
Horace Simmons right there, a display of that beautiful vertical. We saw a lot of great blocks these past 2 games from him.
Now Fleming. Barchak got into the lane, a kick ball. 6:59 to play here in the first quarter.
Xavier Brown right there trying to read the ball. Just too slow of a pass there. Explorers remain with possession.
Horace Simmons Jr. stepped on the sideline. Good view from the official on the near side part of the floor.
Yeah, I will say that, not a lot of space there in the corner for any corner shots. That's something definitely to keep in mind, both these programs.
Well, there's the normal amount, but we talked about it last time we were broadcasting a game here. The high school line, which just kisses the top of the key. It's in a tan on a wood floor.
Yep.
Tough to see.
Yep.
And you kind of almost wonder what the internal guide is when you see that bright navy blue line on this wood floor.
No, yeah, that was one thing that me and our cameraman, Brady Joyce, we were talking about pregame, is the amount that there's 3 separate lines here. We have a high school line, a college line, and a pro line. So,
well, yeah, college women's line.
Women's line, that's right. And then it's definitely something to keep in mind.
Tim Jennings, good spin inside and a left-handed finish over Sharif Jackson.
Yeah, Tim Jennings off the opposite hand is a really great move. I love that little spin right to the hoop.
And one and done for Roman Catholic. That was off the hands of Stewart Herring, who was trying to get the sweet stroke back from Friday night on the road against Newman Goretti. One place where the KLites struggled against Newman Goretti was from the foul line. 5 of 14, no doubt a big factor in a 1-possession game. Here's where Xavier Brown is so dangerous. And that one's blocked by Casey Fleming.
Yeah, Casey Fleming right there getting the entire palm of his hand around that basketball. Brilliant read there. As you know, a player like Xavier Brown coming into the paint, he's a player who does frequently drive. It's a great read.
5:36 to play, first quarter. Xavier Brown off the ball screen. Now Sharif Jackson. Great skip pass And a little short from three, Xavier Brown. That one's pulled away from him, and Hayes out to Mare. Called for the personal foul. And it's an offensive rebound, Danny, that leads to the nice offensive opportunity.
Yeah, of course. That rebound definitely is a key that LaSalle needs to focus on. They were able to have a lot of defensive rebound chances squandered away from them against Archbishop Wood. Wood on Friday night, they were able to regain a lot of offensive possessions through that offensive rebound, and maybe a reason for that could have been the zone ran by the Explorers. Nevertheless, something to tighten up.
2 for Xavier Brown. And now 11 points away from 1,000 points scored in his Roman Catholic career.
Bob, like you said, before the game started, such an amazing milestone to do. So many star-studded rosters, over the past couple of years. 1,000 points is an incredible milestone, and, only 11 away. That's obviously within striking distance.
Jennings fakes the handoff. And Fleming traveled with it right in front of that official in front of the scorer's table. 4:57 to play, first quarter.
Yeah, both teams, definitely a bit slow here finding their offensive rhythm.
And LaSalle will try to slow down the Roman Catholic offense. Switching into and out of zone defenses. Here's Sharif Jackson. And LaSalle trusting Tim Jennings one-on-one. Tight pass in space. Rising and hitting is Jeremiah Stewart Herring.
Yeah, nice bucket right there. Great read. Xavier Brown. Wow. Straight to the hoop right there. That was a phenomenal read.
And now he's got 4 early ones, a 2-point lead for Roman Catholic.
Only 9 closer to that magic 1K.
Altamare finds Casey Fleming. 3 turnovers in the first 3.5 minutes for LaSalle. Not a recipe for success against Roman Catholic. Simmons Jr. reestablished himself. That was an excellent veteran play by the senior.
Yeah, exactly. Nice job from Horace Simmons right there. Keeps his composure. He's able to kind of rework the ball out to the top of the key.
James Barchak steps in. He loves the shot from the elbow. That one's a bit short. And here comes Roman Catholic again. Stewart Herring, he is fouled, and it'll be called on the floor at 3:46 to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, Stewart Herring is just a complete lethal player to look at when he's driving down the court. Smart foul right there. Not in the act of shooting. That'll be underneath the basket.
Ryan Warren checks in for the first time, replacing Tim Jennings.
We saw
Open 3 for Finkley. And there's Jackson, another offensive rebound. But a jump ball. Casey Fleming, the one to get his hands dirty. This is a great play here, Danny. Again, difficult there. A little undersized Barchak, so Sharif Jackson goes right over top. But then he brings the ball down.
Yeah, that's brings it into contention there. Great play.
Sharif Jackson lost it. Again, brought it down. Fortunate enough to get it back to Finkley. And that one's blocked by Ryan Warren. Nothing coming easy at the rim for Roman Catholic this afternoon.
Yeah, not at all. And we saw a lot of great things, defensively from Ryan Warren, Friday night against Wood. Coming in as a sophomore, he was able to shut down a lot of that offensive attack for a great margin of the game.
Here's Eric Oliver Bush. He'll try it from deep, and it doesn't draw any iron. I think LaSalle will take that there. Yeah. Not quite a rhythm 3. Oliver Bush can certainly knock it down, but Roman Catholic not getting the easy buckets that they portend to do and normally do get because of their ability to get out in transition.
Yeah, no, real nice for LaSalle. You're only down a 1 score here. More than halfway through the first. They'll definitely take this. And, obviously done a nice job starting to slow down the K-Light offense, but maybe now it's time to pick it up on your own side. You have a lot of great scorers on the floor right now. Just move the ball around. You're able to find the best look possible.
This is Hayes Altamare with the basketball. He gets rid of it prior to that 5-second call. Good cut there by Barchak. Cottrell got a hand on it and knocked it out of bounds. one more look here as Simmons gets himself in a position where he needs help. Look at the off-ball movement there by Barchak. Good job by Cottrell.
Yes.
But that's how you come to your teammate, Danny, when he needs some help.
Yeah, you know, we've seen a lot of that vision from James Barchak throughout the year.
Casey Fleming couldn't hit it. And the rebound there by Ryan Sorge, poked away from him. A lot of contact, he stays with it. Simmons Jr. puts it up, and he's fouled in the act. Cottrell, Robert Cottrell called for the personal.
Yeah, definitely a hard foul right there. You know, great work there by Ryan Sorge to find Simmons at the top of the post. Nice work of getting to the line.
Horace Simmons Jr., the leading scorer on this LaSalle team. Seems like teams haven't been doubling him quite as much. I think back to the Father Judge game where they put great defenders on him, but they let him get his, which was 28, by the way.
Yep.
And were really dedicated to the defense against the rest of the LaSalle Explorers. Woody got a couple doubles, but also had some opportunities, had a nice night there as well.
Of course, yeah. You know, it's really important, especially when a team's, you know, do not take the double on a player like Horace because, you know, he's so essential to this offense. A lot of the offensive plays are ran through number 23. So it's really important that he has some space available. He can then create a lot of great things, whether he's shooting or passing.
Horace Simmons Jr., that's no good. Ryan Sorge, right place, right time on 3 consecutive possessions. He was the one that elicited the steal against Sharif Jackson at the weak side block. Ryan Warren, tough shot, barely drew the iron. And here comes Roman Catholic. It's 3 on 4. Doesn't matter for Xavier Brown. And that whack of the backboard at the high school level cannot be called for basket interference. And so Casey Fleming takes advantage.
Yeah, great shot right there from Fleming. LaSalle takes the lead here, 1-score game.
Robert Cottrell, no good. And there's Sharif Jackson. Boy, Warren had pretty good position. Just the long arms of Sharif Jackson was the difference. Here's Sorge, wide open from the corner. And this is not quite the pace that LaSalle wants. Xavier Brown got it for 3.
Xavier Brown right there, nice look. Both teams' offensive starting to heat up a little bit now.
Xavier Brown has 7 of the Roman Catholic 11 points. 56 seconds to play, first quarter. Good look for Ryan Sorge. Extra one for Fleming. He'll dive to the 10, and he's blocked. Numbers, 2 on 1. Excellent basketball from the Cahillites.
Yeah, wow. Look at that transitional play right there. I mean, that's something that's got to be instilled within a program. Able to make, you know, take great advantage there of that block shot on Fleming and to create something right, you know, 5 seconds after on the other side of the floor. It's beautiful.
It was Jeremiah Stewart Herring. Horace Simmons, a tough shot. And now here they go again. Xavier Brown, he's got it. 8 seconds left. 9-0 run from Roman, and they're going to get the ball back again with 1.8 remaining on the clock.
Yeah, Roman Catholic, we just witnessed a gigantic run right there. A lot of offensive success. You know, able to take advantage of transitional points.
Oh, and they just let him get that ball in fairly easily. Xavier Brown, that was just short. And that is the end of the first quarter. A 9-0 run ends the first quarter, and Roman Catholic in control here at home. This portion of today's game is brought to you by CJO Design and Construction. CJO Design and Construction is run by our good buddy Chad Ormond, landscape contractor servicing the surrounding counties of Philadelphia, and he'll go into Philadelphia and South Jersey certainly as well. We appreciate their support of us here at Bob Long Sports. Allows us to get on the air, do what we do, and showcase high school athletes. In fact, Chad and his team did a great job for my wife and me on a backyard project that we undertook in the late fall. They're going to spruce it up in the spring, and we just couldn't be happier with Chad and his staff and what they've done for us. So if you need to do any work, and sure, why don't you? You're going to at least mulch your grass, your garden areas. Why not? So why don't you give them a call and visit them on the web, cjodesignandconstruction.com, and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. We'll tell you also about E&M Insurance in North Wales, property and casualty insurance provider. They're an independent agent, meaning that they work with really anybody, and they can work with multiple firms to make sure that you're getting the right price, the right service, which you know you'll get with E&M, and the right coverage. If you are looking for more information, you can visit them at eandminsurance.com. Their phone number is 215-368-9555. We ask you humbly to support those businesses and organizations that are supporting high school athletes, and E&M is at the top of that list. We appreciate their long-term partnership with us.
Wow, what a read right there. Xavier Brown, pass to number 2, Jeremiah Stewart-Herring. What a play right there, Bob.
This is the Roman Catholic playbook right here. Xavier Brown, that one's good.
This is like a team full of Tigers ready to pounce, Bob.
Timeout, Mike McKee. 7:39 to play second quarter, and you give all the credit in the world to Chris McNesby and this Roman Catholic team. They came at LaSalle one way with a more half-court style defense. They tried to generate transition opportunities off of rebounds and blocked or missed shots. Coming out of that first quarter timeout, let's pick up 94 feet, show them something they haven't looked at in the past. What a job by the Cahillites.
This team has done a great job so far in this one, remaining, composed on the defensive side, but also at the same time ferocious. They're able to read a lot of these passes that LaSalle puts forth and create great scoring chances off them.
We'll tell you about our friends Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Licensed in PA, New Jersey, they can help you buy the home of your dreams. Perhaps you're looking for a mountain home up in the Poconos to spend your weekends and holidays. They can help you with all that. Or maybe you're looking to downsize. They can help you with both the buying and selling process and make sure that you always have a place to be, that you extract the value from your current home, and that you get what you need in your new residence. Please reach out to Jim and Carrie. Tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. And there's a turnover. Horace Simmons Jr. gave it up. Eric Oliver Bush with the pilfer. Xavier Brown. He has 11, and that would have been for 1,000 points. It somehow stayed out. Seems like it's been a little while since LaSalle has had a sustained offensive possession in the half court. He doesn't get the roll. Here's Finkley. Xavier Brown pulls up, and it'll stay here. That's Robert Cottrell. Then it goes out of bounds, and a good job by Mick McKee right along the bench.
Yeah, that 1,000th point looming for Xavier Brown as LaSalle gets the ball once more. Huge milestone on the horizon for that young man.
James Barchak got it. Big three to stop the bleeding for LaSalle.
Yeah, Barchak right there. Beautiful three. You can't really leave a player like that open. Does a great job of firing it off.
A wing three is no good, and Barchak there for the rebound. A nice job to put a body on Oliver Bush. Mick McKee spins into a triple team. Somehow got that to Barchak. Couldn't hit that one, but it'll stay here.
Yeah, great call there, and tremendous there for the Explorers to maintain possession.
So LaSalle withstood the onslaught. It was a 13-0 run from when it was 8-6 LaSalle to 19-8 Roman Catholic. And Fleming went down hard. 2-on-2, Xavier Brown, the next in a long line of 1,000-point scorers for Roman Catholic.
Yeah, what a milestone for a player like Xavier Brown. I mean, he's done such a great job with this program for the past 4 years, and that's a tremendous feat there for, a player to grab that many points with, such a star-studded roster year in and year out.
We expect that there will be a stoppage at the next natural whistle or timeout to honor Xavier Brown, and I assume that's why Sharif Jackson is sitting at the scorer's table, perhaps to give Xavier Brown a hand from the crowd. In fact, right behind Chris McNesby's head, there's an 1,000-point sign held up by a fan. 3-on-2 for Roman Catholic. They're not done, though, but that went off the knee of Eric Oliver Bush and to LaSalle.
Yeah, the applause well-deserved here.
And there he is, Xavier Brown getting love from his teammates with that transition layup. That put him into history.
Xavier Brown will have his legacy cemented as one of the best Roman Catholic players throughout his 4 years. He'll be valued right as a freshman, taking his talents to Hawk Hill. Right down the road.
Fleming, that might have been blocked by Oliver Bush. And Xavier Brown, he'll go to the lane once again, count it, and one. The second personal against Hayes Altamare.
Yeah, he's man of the hour, and someone that's extremely dangerous there, driving in the paint. He's so elusive right there, and he's able to just take that contact and ignore it on his way to the basket.
They're an incredible transition team. We talk about that every time we get a chance to see them, but what really struck me, Danny, against when Roman Catholic hosted Devon Prep and we had the opportunity to broadcast that game, is their commitment to the defensive side of the basketball. In the half court, they're as good as anyone, and I'm not saying in years past Roman wasn't that, but this is one of the better defensive units that I've seen from Roman Catholic in a long time. And Xavier Brown said it so well when we had a chance to talk to him post-game. They commit to the defensive side of the football, one, because it wins, but two, because a proper defensive stop, a block shot, a steal unleashes so many transition opportunities, and that's when they are best offensively. So it's kind of a cohesive concept.
Yeah, very cohesive right there. And, like you said, Bob, you're able to use both sides of the basketball to generate points. That's something that's really valuable. It reminds me of a pro style of basketball. Coach Chris McNesby, he coaches these guys like a professional.
Tough shot for Simmons Jr., and that one ticked the rim twice. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
Just off there for Horace Simmons Jr., but still a nice opportunity to go get 2 from the line here.
You see that, though, the minute the ball goes on the turf there, you got 3 Cahillites after the basketball. And Oliver Bush just kind of got the forearm there.
Yep.
Simmons 2 of 3 from the line early in this one.
LaSalle with a lot more pressure here at half court.
Heck of a job to get that one to the corner. Good look for Jackson, but Jackson couldn't handle it. Will Felder, first time into the game for Roman Catholic. Felder, a sophomore. Horace Simmons Jr., that was halfway down. Xavier Brown puts on the brakes. Finkley for 3. And Mick McKee went down. Even the back of the head may have taken a little kiss off the hardwood here as well.
Yeah, hard foul right there.
24-13 the score, 3:35 to play second quarter. Ryan Warren checks in, replacing Horace Simmons Jr. 16 for Xavier Brown to lead all scorers. Scored 27 last time out against Newman Goretti on the road in what ended up being a losing effort, but I'll tell you who did not lose, the fans of high school basketball. What a great game that was to exhibit the big-time talent here in the city. Liam Hawley, and that one's stolen by Finkley. Xavier Brown, he's pulled down from behind. I would be surprised if that is just a normal two-shot foul, candidly.
Yeah, that was a definitely a hard foul there long before the shot took place. Look, right at the top of the key here.
Yep,
Mick
and
McKee
it's just been announced. An intentional foul against Mick McKee. Just didn't go for the basketball. Put two hands on Xavier Brown. And so as a result, it'll be two shots and then another two for Roman Catholic.
Definitely not the foul you want to give up from the Explorers stance. You know, you're in this game. It's a, you know, it's a 9-point game, right? You want to keep it within that 10-point threshold. I mean, obviously we know a player like Xavier Brown is so lethal when he drives to the basket, but that's something that you don't really want to have happen.
So that's interesting. Okay, so the way they employ that here at the high school level is he takes his two shots with an empty lane, of course, and then they just hand the ball back to Roman Catholic. Certain technical fouls would have been of a different variety where you would take the two shots and then put the lane, you know, everybody rebounding in the lane.
Yep.
So 18 for Xavier Brown. He takes a break. And there's Sharif Jackson, a big-time move inside.
Yeah, Sharif Jackson right there keeps the ball up high, uses that to his advantage there. His size gets him straight to the basket. Wonderful finish.
And how about the jump stop in space as well? Playing off 2 feet and getting the ball off the left hand over his right shoulder. Here's Ryan Sorge.
Salle working the ball around the perimeter.
Sorge, extra one to the corner. Got to keep the ball moving in those situations. Roman Catholic's defense aggressive and overplaying a few of these passes like that one. Now Liam Hawley, good look for Ryan Warren, and it's too strong.
I mean, Bob, that was a remarkable defensive set there we witnessed from the Roman Catholic Kaolites. They were on every player right there. And like you said, you know, overjudged a couple passes here and there, but it was like that next man up right there, ready to step in.
Sharif Jackson. Here's Anthony Finkley. Back cut, big time play. Ryan Warren called for the personal foul. Boy, a willing passer in the post is quite a luxury to have. Another look here, Jackson. He's going to get himself in trouble. There's Finkley. And watch Finkley playing off 2 feet. Comes to the jump stop, a willing passer, and a great back cut.
Of course, and you know, great vision there from Stuart Herring to, you know, able to identify Finkley in the paint and uses that open lane to get the ball, puts that one up. He'll have two from the charity stripe.
Jeremiah Stewart Herring, he made the first, you just saw the second. It's the largest lead of the afternoon for Roman Catholic. If there is a playbook to hang with this Roman Catholic team, it's to not let them get out in transition. Trust me, there aren't many teams that are going to win, even in a half-court game against Roman Catholic, but if you want any shot, keeping them from playing 94 feet at a time offensively is important. Fleming pulls up. He couldn't hit it. And here we go again. Robert Cottrell does a nice job handling that errant pass. Stuart Herring. Great look for Cottrell. That's a college range three.
Yeah, Rob Cottrell right there, top of the key. not too many bodies around him, able to fire that one off. It's an excellent stroke.
Simmons Jr., great look for Hayes out to Mare. That one couldn't quite fall. 24 seconds left in the half. This has been a clinic from Roman Catholic.
Yeah, Roman Catholic, Bob, they've been able to really display a lot of their great, like you said, transitional play, but, just the scoring ability of this team is unmatched. We've seen such tremendous court vision throughout all 5 players. They've been able to work the ball through everybody.
Finkley, step back, yes. How do you guard that one? Anthony Finkley puts it in, and Roman Catholic ends the half on a 29-5 run. Well, Salle led 8-6 in the early moments, and Roman Catholic shows why they are still right at the top of the mountain as one of the Catholic League's best. It's halftime here at Jefferson University, temporary home of the Roman Catholic Kaelites. They've taken great care of us, and we certainly appreciate that. This portion of today's game brought to you by Next Play Basketball, an up-and-coming AAU basketball organization in the Philadelphia area, run by our good buddies Ryan Ansel and Matt Paul. In fact, our buddy Matt is sitting right below us here, taking in the action today. They have AAU basketball teams from 4th grade through 12th grade, boys and girls. So these two guys and the coaches that they bring on staff are quite busy and do an excellent job with some competitive basketball teams, with individual player development and developing that team chemistry and character. If you want to learn more, go to their Facebook page. They have a lot of great content at any given time. Reach out to Ryan or Matt and tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. We'll take a quick break. As you know, halftime at the high school level, it flies by. So in just a few minutes, we'll be back previewing the second half, and then we'll have live action here from Jefferson University. Roman Catholic in control after 2.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfurt Avenue.
Generation after generation, our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfurt Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgages dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
At Meineke, we care about your family. So this winter, let Meineke keep your car on the road, saving time and money. Take advantage of Meineke's complete auto repair services, whether it's tires, brakes, exhaust, or tune-ups. At Meineke, we do it all. And all services are backed by Meineke's nationwide guarantee. Whatever car repairs you need, come to Meineke, because at your locally owned and operated Meineke, we do car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into the Nittany Lions Sports Report live on Bob Long Sports. Today we're going to talk about the offensive line and our man of the hour, the chef, the man himself.
This year, you're going to see all four guys run. They all bring a different style.
The quarterback is going to read the defensive end's eyes and make a determination. Am I going to keep this football, or am I going to hand it off to the running back? And that is generally the point of the RPO. Look who we have. We have Chris Perangeli, our guest picker for the evening.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us, they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
Welcome back, folks. Second half about to get underway on Bob Long Sports. Thrilled to be here with my crew, Danny Rovey and Brady Joyce. It's been an all-star crew this year, and we've been thrilled to have a great group bringing you action every single Friday and Sunday over the course of the regular season. Well, you look at this game here. The story, Danny, is Xavier Brown. Not only does he have 18 points, but midway through the second quarter, he laid one in with the left hand in transition and joined a long list, as it turns out, because this is quite the program, of 1,000 point scorers in Roman Catholic history.
Yeah, of course, Bob. You know, such a tremendous group to be involved in. You know, those that 1K club for Roman Catholic. You know, Xavier Brown cementing his legacy as a Kaleite. Just such a dominant player throughout his 4 years. Spectacle to watch.
When I think about the two top teams in the Catholic League, and of course, the playoffs give 10 teams an opportunity to attain that milestone. But right now, it looks like Roman Catholic and Newman Gray, the two top teams in the Catholic League. I think about the floor generals for each of those teams, Xavier Brown and Rob Wright III. Both of those teams, during that COVID year, played at LaSalle, and LaSalle had quite an impressive team that year, finished 5th in the league. There's Tim Jennings with the left hand, couldn't finish. But in back-to-back games, LaSalle played those teams to the final possession. Rob Wright III, first and foremost, hit a game-winning shot as a true freshman. They handed him the ball. Heisier Miller was a senior on that team. He deferred to Wright, and Wright hit a big fall away off the glass shot at the horn to win that game. The very next week, Xavier Brown comes into town as a young sophomore and does the same thing. And that made you think, oh my goodness, the Catholic League is going to be good for years to come. And boy, has that reigned supreme and proven to be true. That's going to be Roman Catholic basketball.
Of course, Bob, you know, always proven true. I mean, you know, the talent coming in and out, the future's bright, of course. You know, this Roman team, even we were talking half, you know, a lot of sophomores, a lot of underclassmen, even some freshmen mixed in on this varsity roster. So it's beautiful to see the PCL, at least, you know, for generations to come. Talent is deep.
Horace Simmons Jr. has got it for three.
A great look from the corner there from Horace Simmons.
LaSalle back into that matchup type zone. Corner three is good for Xavier Brown, and he's got 21 on the day.
Xavier Brown right there matching that same corner look from Horace Simmons Jr. An excellent shot, and he's a player you really do not want to leave open at all.
Tim Jennings plays off 2 feet, just couldn't hit it. That's a great look, and good footwork by Jennings. And Xavier Brown, that's going to be a kick ball. Stays here with 6:10 to play in the third. Sharif Jackson spins. Oh, it's great footwork from the sophomore.
Yeah, you know, and tremendous composure there to be able to keep the planted foot down and pivot off that. I mean, that's a hard matchup on Jennings. You're looking at a guy basically the same size and weight, respectively. It's a great look.
And Jackson, I think Jennings defended that relatively well, as
He
you
did.
mentioned.
Yeah.
And that one's blocked. Blocked by Oliver Bush. Finkley, how skilled is he? The big man runs the floor, and Xavier Brown puts it in.
What a play right there. Finkley able to find Brown. Brown, the acrobatic layup, makes it look effortless.
James Barchak. Now Hayes out to Mare. Barchak replaced him, now double teamed. Simmons Jr. wants it inside. Runs through Oliver Bush, perhaps went down a little easy. Tim Jennings there on the weak side block.
Yeah, Tim Jennings right there. The follow through is really nicely. You can see the sell on that foul call, Bob, but I don't think it was there. Horace Simmons didn't use too much of his body there to create the space. A nice putback.
That's gotta be,
Yeah,
that's
that
gotta
has
be
to
a
be a
foul
block.
call.
Yeah, that was
well, he cashed in. Eric Oliver Bush for three.
Astonishing no call right there. we could hear that from over here. That was a thud. Oh, wow.
And it's a good officiating crew here today, but that official was 3 feet from from that play. It's a 30-point lead, and you know what that means, Danny. It's time for a running clock here at 4:27 to play. Timeout on the floor. A chance to tell you about our good friends Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. Check out their contact information below and reach out to them if you're 6 weeks, 6 months, or a year away from looking to buy or sell your home. They can get you aligned with the proper steps to take at the proper time. When you get one, you get both. When you talk about Jim and Carrie, both of them will be your realtor if you tell them that Bob Longsport sent you. They help my wife and me do the same thing. And I tell you, the compounding power of having 2 realtors instead of 1, it was better than double the value. Couldn't speak higher to their quality, their service, and their expertise. Reach out to them and tell them that Bob Longsport sent you. James Barchak, too long for 3. Oliver Bush. And now Anthony Finkley, so skilled, as we mentioned. A point forward type. Inside they go. Great position by Sharif Jackson. Good find from Finkley.
Yeah, beautiful look right there from Finkley. But I've loved his passing ability we've seen this game. I mean, he's able to dish it out to a lot of great players.
Oh, and that keeps a big guy like Sharif Jackson engaged off the ball as well. Casey Fleming, great finish. Little English with the kiss off the glass.
Yeah. You know, adding off from that, I really feel like that, you know, Roman's bigs, I don't think they move like any other set of you know, front court players in the PCL. They're so mobile. Yeah, I would agree with that. A little bit of an up and down right there. But, you know, they're so mobile, and they're able to really utilize all the players available. That's something we don't see from a lot of bigs, you know, other than the likes of Newman Goretti, possibly.
Yeah, Sultan Alawale, one of the most skilled big men in the league. Thomas Sorber, another fantastic big.
Of course,
Tristan Gillowat.
Yep.
An embarrassment of riches of bigs in the Catholic League, but Jackson does some things that are really rare, including a great passer. Xavier Brown hits the 3 on the perfect bounce pass that came from Jackson in the post. Ryan Sorge, good look from the mid-range.
Yeah, nice find from Barchak right there. Love what he's done, you know, at least dishing it out. He's tremendous vision, and we've seen a lot of that this whole year. He's able to find open players like Sorge up on that play and, you know, create some positive scoring chances.
Xavier Brown, he has 26 points, just 1 shy of his Friday output on the road at Newman Goretti.
I mean, the word that comes to mind when you think of a player like Brown is just fluid, right? I mean, he moves the ball so effortlessly, and he's able to just, you know, whether it be actually scoring the basket or then, you know, using the other players in the court, he does a tremendous job. He's a floor general.
Sharif Jackson over the right shoulder with the left-handed finish, makes it 55-25. This portion of today's game brought to you by CJO Design and Construction, a landscape contractor that can help you do everything from putting a new pool down to putting in new mulch and servicing your lawn from a lawn care and lawn cutting perspective. Chad Ormond, good friend of the program and associated with the LaSalle football program. We appreciate his support of student athletes with what he does day to day, and also with the sponsorship of Bob Long Sports to allow us to come on the air and bring action to you over the course of the scholastic calendar. Chad and his team will put in a patio or a deck if you'd want. They can help you with anything on the lawn care side. Visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com. Horace Simmons Jr., oh, great bounce pass. Ryan Warren will finish it.
Nice look right there for the Explorers. They're going with 3 sophomores and 2 seniors, a set that we've seen familiar.
Xavier Brown all the way to the hoop, and he's bumped. Ryan Warren picks up the personal foul.
A tough person right there. Not much you can do about that. Contact on that play is, imminent.
He's now matched his total from Friday night, 27 points.
I mean, just from what we've seen today, Bob, I think that Brown is obviously one of the most efficient scorers in this league. I'd love to see his plus minus. I'm sure it's off the charts, right? I mean,
well, you think about it, he scored 28 points. He also sat for the last 3 minutes of the first half when Roman Catholic put up another 9 points. So what I'd like to see, and I'm sure there's a stat for this, is what percentage of your team's points did you score while you were on the floor?
True.
Right? So you just take away that 9 there, you're down to 48, and I haven't really been counting, but at minimum, he scored 28 of the 48 points his team scored while he was on the floor.
Remarkable enough. I mean, he's matched the total from LaSalle.
And
27.
on those other points, I mean, he's probably got 5 or 6 assists as well.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head.
Yeah, that right there is what separates, Brown from other players in this league. That's what makes him great.
So with those 2 free throws from Xavier Brown, back to a 30-point game. Finkley for 3. And Hawley, nice job to box out Felder, who just checked into the game. Would not be surprised to see Roman Catholic go a little deeper into their bench. Final minute of the third quarter. Horace Simmons, a college range 3.
Horace Simmons, lethal on the step back. I love when he pulls that out of his bag. It's a great move. He makes it look really, really easy.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. This is Robert Cottrell. Down to 9 seconds. Now Finkley goes to work. There's the lob! Eric Oliver Bush rises high, and that's how the third quarter will end.
Oliver Bush taking off from East Falls International Airport, Bob. Tremendous pass there from Finkley, and the follow-through was just textbook.
This portion of today's game brought to you by E&M Insurance, LLC. It's an insurance agency, independent agency in North Wales, Pennsylvania. Owned and operated by Chris Marr, class of 1989, and father of Brendan and Ryan from the classes of 2018 and 2020, respectively. E&M Insurance has been servicing the Delaware Valley insurance needs since 1988, built on the principles of providing superior customer service and quality insurance solutions for their customers. They're an independent agent, meaning they work with a select group of highly rated insurance companies that have proven their performance over the years. E&M Insurance can help provide solutions for your business or personal insurance on all levels, excelling at finding the best coverage at the best rates. For any of you in the LaSalle community with youthful-age drivers, call E&M Insurance to see if they can improve your coverage and save you money. Look for E&M Insurance on the web at E&M Insurance or find them on Facebook. Also, the phone number is 215-368-9555. One more quarter to go. LaSalle in the navy blue and Roman Catholic in white. Simmons Jr. over his left shoulder, couldn't hit the fall away, and Felder came down with it with two hands.
Yeah, Felder, the sophomore. I really just can't get over that fact he is a sophomore. He's a great athlete and a great asset for this Roman team.
Ryan Warren called for the personal foul. But that was going to end up in at best, a right-handed layup, at worst, a two-handed flush if he did not grab him there. Team third. Jeremiah Stewart Herring. Little short, but Felder is there after the tip by Jackson. Another second chance. Make it a third chance for Eric Oliver Bush.
Oliver Bush willing that bucket right there.
You like that? Another second chance? I guess that makes it a third chance.
Yeah. Roman just adding on to the totals.
Yes, indeed.
I'm sure the offensive rebound numbers are otherworldly.
Offensive rebounds and transition has been the name of the game. It's tough to beat Roman Catholic even in the half-court set, but when they can start doing those two things, you can almost forget it. A team with Catholic League championship expectations, District 12 expectations, as well as state title expectations. Looking for the triple crown, Danny. Newman Goretti did it last year. Won the Catholic League in a 4-point contest against Archbishop Ryan. Ran away with the District 12 title game and truly ended up running away with the state title game as well at the 4A level against a then unbeaten Quaker Valley club. Had the opportunity to broadcast that game, and Rob Wright was something special that evening.
Of course, Bob. And, you know, Friday's matchup between Roman and Newman was definitely one for the ages. That was you know, down to the wire, you could say. And both teams obviously met with huge expectations going on for the remainder of the year. You know, is it probable we could see those two in the Palestra in a finals matchup? You know, possibly.
I was going to say, I'll go possible, not probable, only in the nature that there are 10 really good teams in the Catholic League, but those are undoubtedly the two favorites as we sit here on the 5th of February.
Of course, you know, two justified favorites right there. You know, you can see why these two clubs are the top dogs for the reason, right? They play with a professional style of basketball that is, in a lot of ways, unmatched to other components of the Catholic League.
Big slam! Eric Oliver Bush.
Yeah, Oliver Bush right there, open lane, he can get up there.
Horace Simmons Jr. couldn't knock it down, stays in play. And Roman Catholic, they don't slow down, do they? Big finish, count it, and one. Robert Cottrell.
Cottrell right there, I mean, player with a huge wingspan like Horace Simmons Jr. looming over top that.
And that's another one there. Let's just say that ball doesn't go in. The folks that might be thinking, hey, is that basket interference? It's not at the high school level.
Yeah,
talked about that this game and have talked to several officials that we have good relationships with here in the area that, oddly enough, I'll say I disagree with the premise, but at the college or pro level, that could be called basket interference by rattling the backboard. It's just not a part of the rule set here at the high school level.
Of course, you know, you have players with tremendous wingspans and vertical abilities. They're able to get up there and use the backboard there to reject some shots.
Our buddy Will Scoop Ryan into the game, number 14, a senior.
Nice to see number 14 checking in.
There's Ryan, a good look inside. Extra pass, Casey Fleming. And that's how you beat the zone.
Yeah, nice offensive set right there from the Explorers, using every player on the court, finding the right player outside the perimeter. It's a great look there from Fleming.
4:22 to go, fourth quarter. Next broadcast for us will be on Friday night as LaSalle heads to Archbishop Carroll. Looking forward to that one. A grab called inside against Hayes Altamare. Also happy to be simulcasting a game with my good buddy Bruce Badgley. Our friend Dan Green is going to be out at Muhlenberg High School with us as Muhlenberg takes on Reading in an already sold out big-time rivalry in District 3. Last year had a chance to be out for that game, and a late game winner for Muhlenberg in front of a packed house sets the stage for this fantastic contest as well. There's Sharif Jackson with the block. That'll be Tuesday at 7:15, by the way. Felder is hit hard. Will Ryan took a foot to the chops trying to take the charge. Foul is called in the act of shooting.
Yeah, Bob, I'm sure that Muhlenberg-Reading game will be something of a Berks County classic out there. Should be a good one.
Rattles the first home. And Eric Oliver Bush will be replaced by Sebastian Edwards, number 24. I was talking to Brian Haas, the athletic director here at Archbishop, or beg your pardon, he used to be at Archbishop Wood. I do that all the time. Former Archbishop Wood AD, now here at Roman Catholic. And he told me that there are three sophomores, even four, but there are 4 youngsters with a couple of freshmen as well. But the sophomores and freshmen are the future of this Roman Catholic team, and they will have to replace a lot of talent here. Xavier Brown, Stuart Herring, of course Finkley, a senior, and Eric Oliver Bush. So Roman Catholic, sure, they have all the talent in the world, a senior-laden team, but there will be spots to be had next year for Chris McNesby to allocate to whoever steps up in the non-league.
Of course, Bob, always big shoes to fill, but, I think that's something, just the conditioning of these players in this program.
And it's Felder to put it in.
Roman has proved themselves as something of a basketball institution, over decades upon decades of play. And, that's one thing that I think will remain consistent is the fact that, these players have the proper coaching, they have, the proper preparation, and they have the proper conditioning for what it takes to be successful in this league.
Our buddy Tim Smith checked into the game as well. He's on the baseline. Hayes Altamare. Oh, good look for Hayes Altamare. Couldn't quite put it in, but got his own offensive rebound. Nick Parisi for 3. And that'll stay here, 152.
And that missed lay right there, that was a great dish from our buddy Will Ryan.
It sure was. Let's see if we can get him a look here, though.
Yeah.
Tim Smith, he got a bucket at Father Judge last weekend. Smith for 3. And that'll go the other way. Good effort there by the Explorers to the final whistle. Fighting for the rebound.
Yep. Yeah, tough possession right there.
But Roman Catholic, they will continue to improve. And Danny, at some point here, I might just try to sneak down and grab an interview, so I'll let you carry the final moments of the contest here.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Yeah, you did a great job with that interview with John Moscow and Jalil Bethea at that Wood game. That was
well,
great
thank
job.
you.
So
I'll try to grab the man of the hour, Xavier Brown, and maybe Chris McNesby.
Of course.
All right, Danny, great job. Brady, same to you. I'll let you close up shop when I get done down there.
All righty, yes, sir. So Roman opting for an all underclassmen lineup, so it seems. It seems Sebastian Edwards and William Felder just seeing out these final moments of this one, and just something of an undisputed contest, really from an early stage in this game. Roman Catholic just displaying their excellent scoring power, and like we said on this broadcast, Bob and I, they do such a tremendous job of scoring buckets in transition. That's really their claim to fame, and that's something that I think every team in the PCL needs to watch out for, is this team's scoring ability. It's second to none. They do a great job locking down the paint. They do a great job even locking down the perimeter. They really put on a show today from East Falls, Thomas Jefferson at the legendary Herb McGee Court. We will go down to Bob shortly. He's trying to scope out Xavier Brown right there, we can see. And then bringing in some of the coaches. Obviously a huge night for Xavier Brown. That 1K club is so prestigious for such an institution like Roman Catholic. And, that's something that is such a milestone for a player of his caliber, taking his talents to Hawk Hill come next winter. So we will go down to Bob. Bob taking it live here with number 1 Xavier Brown. Oh, looking for a little photo op right there, and then we'll get to it shortly here from mid-court here. Bob Long.
Here on the floor with newly minted 1,000-point scorer, Xavier Brown. Xavier, congratulations on the milestone. What does it mean?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, honestly, I tell you the truth, I never thought I'd be a 1,000-point scorer at Roman Catholic. So it just means a lot. I mean, it just shows how hard I work and stuff like that.
Today was a good day for you. Things really went well out there. I had you unofficially at 28. Getting out in transition the way you did, you're so effective there. That's how you scored your 1,000th point. Tell me about that and what you saw out there on the floor today.
I know they're a good team and they were in zone, so I tried to push the pace and try to just beat the defense because, I mean, I'd rather play a man than a zone, but, it's just like that.
1,000 points. There are some other tremendous 1,000-point scorers in the history of the program. You join that long list of greats. Do you think about that at all?
No, I do, but, I mean, if you're talking about legacy, I just won the championship. So I don't have one in the Catholic League yet. But I do think about, like, the great names. I think he said 19,000, so I'm not sure. I'm just blessed to be on the list.
Congratulations on that honor. Thanks for doing this with us, and we'll see you down the road.
Thank you, thank you.
That's Xavier Brown. Thank you, Xavier. We appreciate that. And he's being handed a basketball to commemorate the accomplishment by his head coach, Chris McNesby, who joins us here now. Chris, Xavier Brown, 1,000 points.
One of the Roman point guard, add him to the list of the great Roman point guards. He is tremendous, and as good of a player he is, he's a better kid, better person. So it's awesome. Happy for him.
What makes him so successful?
He's just a great demeanor. He's so coachable. He comes to work every day. For any young guys, man, just being coachable, working hard. I mean, just he's got so many people here to see him because he's just a tremendous person, and it's awesome for him. Big day.
Big days indeed, and a well-deserved honor. Next up for you, though, I mean, there's 3 goals at hand: Catholic League title, district title, and state title.
Yeah, we just taking a game at a time, as they would say. Try to hold on to X for as long as we can. Maybe we keep him another year at Roman, maybe. but he's, we're just going to try to Catholic League's going to be tough. We're just going to try to, keep going, see if we can move this thing forward.
Thanks for doing this.
Thanks, Bob. Thank you. Thank you, buddy.
Pleasure to see you.
Yeah.
Chris McNesby, our guest. We'll catch you soon. Danny, back to you. Great job today, my man.
Bob, can't thank you enough. Tremendous job there down at mid-court here from the Herb McGee Court, legendary, arena here. And obviously, Xavier Brown, once again, just an understatement. Such an amazing player throughout his time at Roman Catholic. Right now, he's going for a bit of a nice photo op down there at half court. And, tremendous, well-spoken player as well, and he's just a tremendous young man for this KLA team, and he'll definitely be the leader for the squad as they go on, a nice Catholic League push here coming up in the coming weeks. And, of course, head coach Chris McNesby, obviously, he's so lauded. He's an amazing coach, does a great job of leading his team, where it really matters right now, especially in this point in the season. A lot of twists and turns, of course, imminent, but obviously the one constant is his ability to lead his ball players. So with that, I will take you out of this one. My name is Danny Rovey, doing color commentary from the booth here at Herb McGee Court, East Falls, Thomas Jefferson University. I'm with Bob Long Sports. Bob was down mid-court, tremendous interview, and of course, our friend Brady Joyce here running the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, take care, and we will see you next time.